I'm Nick Shell, and one of the reasons that the Lord put me on this earth is to help younger men psychologically deal with their hair loss. That's why you're watching this video today. And here's how I want to help you today. I just want to bring this to your attention. I want you to think about this. So I've made a couple of videos kind of like in the context of like Black Mirror. You know, what if instead of running from hair loss, men wanted to expose the fact that they're going bald because they saw it as a sign of masculinity, and therefore they saw themselves as more attractive. You know, what if instead of getting hair transplants, they're getting like their hair removed from their scalp to where they can't grow it? Like, you know. So here's another one. Here, along those lines, think about this. What if we judged females the same way we judge ourselves when it comes to hairlines? You know, a common thing about this channel is we talk about Norwood. What Norwood are we? Oh, I thought it was Norwood 3, but I'm actually Norwood 2.5 Vertex. That's really where I'm actually at. And it becomes part of your identity. You're Norwood. Where are you on the Norwood scale, and what age are you now, right? Okay, so we don't do this for girls, and they don't do it for themselves. They don't do it for each other. No one's judging girls' hairlines. Now, if we were to really start noticing, and I guess you will after watching this video, oh, well, her hairline actually almost resembles kind of like Nick's. She's got a pretty high hairline. So that's the thing. Females typically have longer hair. That's the last thing you're really going to pay attention to is their forehead. Even if they have a taller forehead, it doesn't matter. You're not paying attention to that. They have all this hair. But see, by default, most men have shorter hair. Most men. So, therefore, it's bringing vagueness to the hairline. Yeah, I'm Norwood 2.5, but in the real world, people don't see me as a balding man. They don't see me as a guy with a receding hairline. They don't think about it because I've got enough to deal with it. Now, granted, when I do buzz it off, it will review my true hairline, but I'm not worried about it. And I think a lot of guys are. They're subconscious about their actual hairline because, oh no, I'll be exposed for who I really am. I can get away with looking like a Norwood 2 when really I'm beyond that, you know. And, you know, that's part of the challenge of me getting my hair cut shorter here in a few weeks, as I plan to do, is it's going to reveal the actual hairline. But just imagine if we judge females for their hairlines the way we judge ourselves for our hairline. Imagine if we said, oh yeah, she's pretty, but look, she's like a Norwood 2.5. No one says that. No one thinks that. We use this certain way to judge ourselves and each other as men for hairlines, but we don't do that for females because they, culturally, if nothing else, they have longer hair than we do. If men had longer hair, it'd probably distract us a little bit more. I mean, I'm sure in the 80s with all the hair bands, there was a lot being disguised more so than now. But just think about that. Have you thought about that? We don't judge females on their Norwood scale, and I get it. It's called male pattern baldness for a reason. If women lose their hair, they're more likely to have diffuse thinning. I get it. But the point is, as far as high forehead, it's funny because with my daughter, she's almost 2. I think she has a Norwood 3 right now. Now, granted, she'll grow out of it. Her hair will grow in, and she'll, you know, have a normal hairline. But it's interesting to even look at younger kids, and even with a young girl, like, it just takes time to grow in, which is why I created that theory about your 1-year-old, your hairline at age 1 is a projection of you at age 35, because I think it takes a while, male or female, for your hair to really kind of grow in to what's going to be normal. There's girls out there who don't really even have much hair until they are 2 years old. And I would speculate those are the same girls who maybe in their 50s or 60s are going to experience diffuse thinning. I don't know that. My specialty isn't in dealing with female hair loss, but I definitely think that we can look at that and determine. But my point is this: no one's paying attention to the hairlines of females. And if we did, maybe it'd give us a new perspective to realize we're putting too much emphasis on our hairline. Just get away with what you can until you have too much forehead showing, and then you shave it off. That's the way I look at it. What are your thoughts on that? Don't you think that we put way too much value on a man's Norwood scale or his hairline, but we don't do that really at all for women?